Hello and welcome to Your Story, Your Tune. This is where we share real stories from listeners and viewers across the country. Moments that changed everything, and the one song that captured it all. Tonight's story is about trust, heartbreak, and the quiet courage it takes to rebuild a life when everything you believed in falls apart. It's about discovering strength you never knew you had, in the smallest, most ordinary moments. Tonight's story comes from Rachel in Edinburgh, who wrote to us about the day her marriage ended, the lonely years that followed, and how she learned to forgive. Not for him, but for herself. This is Rachel's story. Rachel was 49 when she wrote to us, but her story takes us back to 2010, when she was a different person, living a different life. She was 38 then, managing a large Tesco on the south side of Edinburgh. The kind of job that demands everything. Early mornings, late nights, staff rotas, customer complaints, endless decisions. But Rachel liked the work. She was good at it. It gave her purpose. And when she came home each evening to their terraced house in Corstorphine, Mark would have dinner started, their 8-year-old daughter Maisie doing homework at the kitchen table. It felt like they'd built something solid. 12 years of marriage, a mortgage, a life. Then one evening in March, Rachel came home early. A delivery had been cancelled, and she'd left her assistant to lock up. She found Mark's phone on the kitchen counter. It buzzed. She glanced at it. A message from someone called Laura. Just 2 words. Miss you. Rachel's stomach dropped. She unlocked the phone. She wishes now she hadn't, but she did. 2 years. 2 years of messages, plans, excuses. Laura worked at Mark's office. They'd been careful, discreet, but not careful enough. When Mark came home an hour later, Rachel was still sitting at the kitchen table, his phone in front of her. She didn't shout. She didn't cry. She just asked him one question. How long? And when he told her, something inside Rachel simply switched off. Mark moved out within a week. He stayed with his brother, then found a flat in Leith. Rachel told Maisie that Daddy was living somewhere else for a while, and Maisie, being 8, accepted it with the heartbreaking resilience children have. But the divorce was brutal. Mark wanted to split everything down the middle. Rachel wanted him gone from her life. Solicitors' letters piled up. Bills she couldn't quite manage on one income. And then the friends, their friends, the couples they'd had round for dinner parties, the ones they'd gone on caravan holidays with to the Highlands. One by one, they drifted away. Some took Mark's side. Some just didn't know what to say. Rachel found herself alone, in ways she'd never imagined. She'd go to work, smile at customers, manage her team, then come home to Maisie, help with reading practice, make fish fingers and oven chips. And once her daughter was asleep, Rachel would sit in the dark living room and feel the weight of it all. The humiliation, the loneliness, the sheer exhaustion of keeping it together. She didn't fall apart. She couldn't afford to. But there were nights she'd lie awake, wondering if she'd ever feel whole again. Wondering if she'd done something wrong. Been too focused on work, not noticed the signs. The thoughts circled endlessly. And through it all, she kept going. She had no choice. Maisie needed her. The bills needed paying. Life didn't stop just because Rachel's heart had broken. Years passed. The divorce was finalised in 2011. Mark remarried in 2014. Not Laura, someone else. Rachel heard about it through Maisie, who was trying so hard to love both her parents without hurting either one. Rachel smiled and said that was lovely, and she meant it, mostly. She'd built a new life by then, smaller, quieter, but hers. She'd been promoted to regional manager. Maisie was thriving at secondary school. They had routines. Saturday morning walks up Arthur's Seat, Sunday roasts, terrible reality TV on weeknights. Small, ordinary things. And slowly, something shifted. Rachel realised she didn't think about Mark every day anymore. Didn't feel that sharp twist of anger when his name came up. One evening in 2016, she was driving home from a late shift and a song came on Radio 2. She'd heard it 1,000 times before, but that night really heard it. It was about letting go. About the person you become after everything falls apart. And Rachel pulled over into a Sainsbury's car park and just sat there, listening. Tears streaming down her face. Not sad tears, exactly, but something else. Relief, maybe. Or forgiveness. She'd survived. More than that, she'd rebuilt herself. She wasn't the woman Mark had betrayed. She was someone new. Someone stronger. Someone who'd learned that you can lose everything and still find your way back. The song finished. Rachel wiped her eyes, started the engine, and drove home to Maisie. And for the first time in 6 years, she felt something close to peace. Rachel's story reminds us that healing isn't dramatic. It's quiet. It happens in small moments, in routines, in the decision to keep going even when everything hurts. And the song that means everything to Rachel? It's Songbird by Eva Cassidy. Due to copyright, we can't play it in this video. But if you know it, you'll understand why it mattered so much to her that evening. I will leave a card and a link in the description for you to enjoy Rachel's song. If you have a story you'd like to share, we'd love to hear it. Until next time, this has been Your Story, Your Tune.